What is up? What is up, YouTube? Just when you think everything is starting to settle down, somebody else done broke their silence. Juelz Santana break his silence on Cameron and Jim Jones beef, Jay-Z, Mace, Lil Wayne, and much more. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's see what Uncle Mike has done stumbled across today. Let's check it out. Here we go, y'all.
Juelz, happy to have you back, my man.
Oh man, thanks for inviting me back.
Yeah, man, I had to. I mean, the first interview went well. The people enjoyed it. So, it was only right to bring you back.
That's what's up, man. I'm happy the people enjoyed it, man. Kind of a likable guy, something like that, you heard?
Yes, indeed. So before we get into anything, gotta ask you, what you got popping right now?
Just working. New music on the way for sure. You know what I'm saying? Got the brand, I Can't Feel My Face. We real hot in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So, just expanding the brand and always possible. You know what I'm saying? Not really trying to leave no loose ends, you know what I'm saying? Just developing the brand, man. ICFMF. So from label to the medical marijuana, clothing brand, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I mean?
You working on the album?
Yeah, for sure. 1,000,000%. The album is done, With me, it's never about music, you know what I mean? Because I'm always, I have a studio in my crib. I've always had a studio, so, I know people just get tired of hearing that. They just want the music, so it's cool. Music coming, though, you know what I'm saying? Put out a couple records just to test the waters, but I'm gonna drop the full album on them in a second. I just had to iron a couple things out,
That one record you came out with called Score, that was a dope record, man.
Hey guys, Uncle Mike here with big news. YouTube has changed my life, and now it's your turn. See, Uncle Mike was tired of being broke after every payday. So I decided to do something about it. So I invested over about $9,000 in YouTube courses and online coaching. Man, I was determined to change. But guess what? None of these systems gave me the one-on-one coaching that I needed. So I created my own YouTube course with the help that you need to make sure that you succeed. If you're ready to learn and you're not afraid to put in the work, you too can make a real change. Sign up now and Uncle Mike will send you the 4 videos that got me started. 100% free. Click the word more below and look for our YouTube growth system. That's our course. Now, let's get back to this video.
Oh yeah, Score, and that was just like a little timing record. Like, the NBA was, I had a record, I don't really do drill records, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a drill beat. It was something new for me, you know what I mean? So I didn't even really want to put it out at the moment, but it was like, they was doing like something for 2K, 2K, the basketball thing with picking the records and shit. So I'm like, all right, this might be a dope record to go on 2K. So for the licensing and shit like that, them purposes. And then, of course, the Knicks was doing good at that time. So we was looking good out there. So I didn't want to drop it. And then, right after the time in the basketball and the Knicks. So I thought that was kind of like the perfect time for that. But, had everything else lined up, like the record. I don't know if you heard with me and Jadakiss, Party and Bullshit. We got that out right now. We got out the record with me and A Boogie. One drop my book. Me and A Boogie called Friendly, and we dropped another one. With me, Jim Jones, my brother, of course, Rowdy Rebel and Meek Mills, called Boys in the Hood. So I got those out right now. Those are probably gonna be on the album too. Just now that they out already a little bit later in the album.
Yeah, that Party and Bullshit record was fire.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I try to just do a little bit more, man. Had the videos and shit lined up, everything lined up. That's why I dropped every song with the video. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure I had the content for everything at least, I was trying to do like a movie type thing, but everything didn't work out in a time frame and my plans. I still plan on doing it in the near future. You know what I'm saying? Tying everything up. But, I still want to make sure I had that content. So for every record I put out, I'm gonna try to, you know, have some content, have a video for it, or so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Feed the people.
Gotta keep feeding the people. But with that being said, man, it's a lot going on right now, man. I gotta ask you, Cam and Jim, how you feel about that situation?
Oh man, you know, I definitely don't. It's not something I condone, or I think, you know what I mean. I'm rooting for. I'm sitting there watching and happy that it's going on. I'm definitely not at all. You know, both of them are still my brothers at the end of the day. So, you know, with that being said, I definitely don't like what's going on. I never liked it. You know what I'm saying? You know, nobody wins when the family feuds. You heard? So no matter what we going through behind the scenes,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
facts.
But, you know,
Yeah.
as men, things happen, and social media is so
Facts.
powerful and so strong now that, you know, sometimes things spill over. You know what I'm saying? And you have situations like you have now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
When I was looking at Cam interview with 50, he said that there was internal issues going on with Dipset when 50 brought you and Jim Jones out of the show. Out of curiosity, what's the backstory behind that? Y'all coming out that 50 show?
Well, the Cam and 50, the Cam and 50 beef was like a public display. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was from the radio, Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? You know, 50 went up there and said some things, you know what I'm saying, about Koch and them being a graveyard label. And, you know, Cam had some things to say back to 50, and that, you know, that led to the whole Curtis situation that Cam was doing. You know what I'm saying? And the songs got put out on both sides from Cam and Fifth, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's how that went. I don't know the timeline. I can't recall the timeline because I'm bad with that, of when 50 reached out, if it was really at that time, you know what I'm saying, of that specific incident. But whatever, 50 did reach out and Jim did go on stage. And me as a brother, I mean, you know, Jim had Ballin' out at the time, which Ballin' was the #1 record, you know what I'm saying, everywhere. So, you know, just like we support each other, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was taught. I was always like the young brother. I'm supporting my brothers by any means necessary. So, in my stance, you know, even if Cam would have went to do that show, I would have went with Cam. You know what I'm saying? The same way Jim went to do the show and I went with Jim. That's my brother. He going to do a show with G Unit. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know these niggas like that. Anything could pop off. You know what I mean? It's never the artist. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's never probably gonna be the 50 Cents, the Lloyd Banks, or the Tony Ayos. But you know what I mean? They known to travel with a million niggas, especially at this time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm holding my brother down by any means necessary, on stage and just in case. You know what I'm saying? We gotta move as a unit all the time. That's what I was taught. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, no matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how I try to always move. You know what I mean? And do things. You know what I'm saying? I try not to let so much spill over, but, you know, Cam and Jim history go back before me. You understand what I'm saying? Like Cam and when I met Cam and Jim, they were super close. So I honestly don't really know Jim being from the Bronx and all that. You know what I'm saying? When I met them, they was in 5H, which is, you know what I'm saying, Jim's apartment. And that's, you know, like, I guess that time was after all the stuff Cam had said already with the Children of the Corn and Jim, you know, whatever he said. You know what I'm saying? So, like what I said, when I got there, Cam and Jim was like this, super tight. Mace wasn't even in the picture. I don't know Mace like that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I seen Mace, it's been a mutual, you know what I'm saying, respect there. So, you know, that's what that's been as far as me and Mace. You know what I'm saying? As far as, yeah, when I met Cam and Jim, they were already Trump tight and locked in. You understand what I'm saying? The Diplomats was already a name they had. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit there and claim I made the dip, so that's not something I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I made Dipset though. The two. Yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying?
That was your idea?
Hey, yeah, it don't matter. Yeah, it just like shit I said in a rhyme. A lot of things I used to say in the rhymes used to just stick sometimes, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's just something we'll say. Like, even like words like the Goonies and shit like that, those are words we said in rhymes, and then they just stuck out. We'll wind up saying them, you know what I'm saying, as slogans and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Dipset was saying, you know, as members, you know what I'm saying? You know, we was members repping heavy, you know what I'm saying, at the time. So, you know, our set, that was everything. You know what I'm saying? What was your set? Was Set You Claiming. You know what I'm saying? Was Set You Claiming. You know what I'm saying? That was a big thing in New York. You know what I'm saying? Especially around that time, you know, you had the Bloods was, you know what I mean? We was real heavy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, everything was about the set. So I think I said something like Dipset or Dip is my set, some shit like that. But yeah, like I said, the Diplomats was already made. You know what I'm saying? I just came and added my sauce and my swag to the movement. But yeah, Cam and Jim was already kind of locked in. They was in 5H, which was Jim's house in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know what I mean? We used to smoke all day and just talk about how big we gonna fucking be. You know what I'm saying? I used to take the cab down to Jim's spot. I ain't lie. I used to take the cab down there and ain't have no money to even get back. You know what I'm saying? Back uptown some nights. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. Like I was young. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, just trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know.
I got you. So that's the reason why you were at that 50 show. You were supporting Jim Jones.
Yeah, to read that's my brother. I would have been at the show if it was Freaky Zeke there. You know what I'm saying? And he had the dope biggest song out. I'd have been there to, you know what I mean? To just support and show that unity. You know what I'm saying?
But you would admit that, you know, it did look a little crazy, right? You going on stage with 50 while, you know, him and Cam is beefing.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. The beef was internal at that time. This wasn't the loud beef that was going on. You know what I'm saying? This beef was the internal beef. You know what I'm saying? So I think Cam, and this is what I'm thinking. I don't know. I think Cam in his mind was asking 50, like, how did you even know we were kind of like eternally beefing? You know what I'm saying? Which I don't think 50 knew. You know what I'm saying? I think, like I said, Jim just had the hot record at the time. You know what I mean? Cam, they had their words or whatever. No, it might have been, because you're right. This one, I think this one 50 said I like Jim better. So it was around the time. You're right. So I'm wrong. You're right. This was around the time after they had the argument. So what you asking me is, do I think it was wrong for Jim to go on stage?
Yeah, for the people out there that's saying that.
I mean, nah. I mean, you know, like I said, it was a big platform. You know what I mean? Niggas know what this shit is about. Ain't nobody shed no blood. Look at right now. You got Fat Joe. All the people that 50 beef with, he's not beefing with no more, besides Ja Rule. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Jim just was smart enough to do it quicker. You know, they say time heals all wounds. So people usually let years and years and years go by. Jim, you know what I mean? He saw his moment. He saw his moment, and he saw that 50 had a platform at the time that was, you know, bigger than ours. It was bigger than ours. So to perform a song which was the biggest song out right now in front of a crowd that we are not normally in front of, you understand what I'm saying? I don't think it was the worst thing. Like Jim knew that it wasn't no bloodshed, you know what I'm saying? And Jim was smart enough to know, I think, all right, this shit is not even that serious. Like we like at the time I knew people in Queens, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like the Cam, and you see, look at him and Cam right now, they're on the platform. So obviously the beef wasn't that serious. You understand what I'm saying? They just waited longer to settle their differences. Why is it cool to see Cam and 50 now, but it wasn't cool to see Jim and 50 then? You understand what I'm saying? That Jim and Cam is beefing now, right? So y'all say, okay, so why is 50 on? You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. It's just people like to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? People got their favorites even in the groups, man. It's always been like that. So now when the group clash, it's like, you know, people want to take, I think the bullshit. Like if y'all really want to see niggas You know what I'm saying? Move as a unit. Don't be taking this. Even if you like Cam more than you like Jim more than you like Cam. You know what I'm saying? It's Dipset. You know what I'm saying? So you know when you see them going at it, you know what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, that the egg on and shit like that. Like I'm definitely not gonna be the one to egg it on. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I don't know if I could be the one to, resolve it. I ain't gonna say that, but I definitely ain't gonna be the one to egg it on and but I get.
Sometimes your beef is bigger, the family, the team. You beefing, you got to put the beef aside to move the whole team to a bigger location, like the 50 Cent show he's talking about. It's a bigger platform. Yeah, me and 50 beefing, or whoever you beefing with, but set the beef aside because this business. You need to learn how to grow your business. If you're a rapper, if you a beat maker, you got to make the correct moves to grow your game, man. You got your business. You got to grow your business. You got to find a way to do that.
I get it, man.
Some of these people don't have no idea on how to grow.
Everybody don't want nobody.
People think that if I put out a song, a rap, and whatever, and if I'm that good, then all of a sudden everybody gonna run to my channel and listen to it, and then these people gonna pay me money. That's not how this thing works, man. You gotta push your music. You gotta push your music. How do you do that? How do you push your music? That's where you start at.
Everybody, be on this. They don't want people saying their names in interviews. You know what I'm saying? But now people got these platforms where they asking people. So it's like a thin line. So then you got Jim. Like it's just like people say you can't respond, even though Jim wasn't attacked. His name was mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? So now it opens the door for Jim to say something back. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? With these podcasts and shit like that. So it opens the door, and Jim chose to, say why niggas was on his dick. You know what I'm saying? That's how Jim chose to carry it. You know what I'm saying? And then, Cam chose to carry it the way Cam chose to carry it, and you have what you have now. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm not here to egg it on, I'm just watching it like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I've always been like the little brother. You understand what I'm saying? That's like, as much as I could say, it's like, all I can say, and Jim and Cam are very competitive. You understand what I'm saying? They've always been competitive, and it got to the point to where, they had to be competitive against each other. You understand what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Jim is doing what he do in his lane right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Dropping music, you know what I mean? Doing his thing. Cam got the show popping, he doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So both of them feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's that Harlem shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, we always gotta let our nuts hang and drag our nuts, you know what I'm saying? And we deal with whatever comes with it later. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, clashes, man, and sometimes it just be a simple misunderstanding. It definitely be, things that probably could have been resolved. But like I said, now you got social media and you got the internet and you got these things that are happening so fast, and you know what I'm saying? It just kind of like I really looked at podcasts the other day. I was watching a bunch of podcasts. I'm like, it's crazy how all these old stories are getting everybody into so much trouble. These are just be old stories. Even like all the shit Cam said. All the shit Cam said was something. He said all that on a live he did before, or pretty much like he did. You know what I mean? With him and Jim had some words. They weren't on the best of terms years ago. So, it's just new to the new listeners. You know what I'm saying? And the new internet fans and the new people that are on, these podcasts and listening to these podcasts. So, this is just like a double back of something that happened a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, did this shit again. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, like I said, because I have my own issues with, you know what I mean? Behind the scenes or whatever the case may be. We all probably have our own issues behind the scenes with whoever, but,
Yeah, and I know Cam, he said that Jim was a fan. Like when he came around, he was a big fan of what they was doing. And he felt like he was a cool guy, so, he kept them around pretty much.
I mean, I was a fan too. I was a fan of Jim and Cam's before I met him. You know what I'm saying? I was going to the tunnel. I watched them perform. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where, you know what I mean? I don't know, Sometimes people gotta, you know what I mean? Not, you know what I mean? Certain things are said, but it's like, I don't know, like the fan, like I said, I was a fan too. So, hey, I was a fan of Cam's before I met him. I was a fan of Jim's. I was a fan of Jadakiss and all the locks. You know what I'm saying? I was a fan of hip hop. I used to work on 125th Street in the Mart 125 selling CDs. So, you know what I'm saying? I was a fan of just hip hop. I was all the bootlegs. If you know anything about Harlem and 125th Street, that was just the spot. You know what I'm saying? For bootlegs, CDs, tapes, before CDs, tapes, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, as much as I had my hustling shit, I had my trying to do right days, you know what I'm saying, too, when I was, young kid just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I had all different types of walk through life. You know what I mean? I had my time when I was hustling, getting to it, going, busting moves, and I was getting to the money. Then I had times where, I was just a fucked up young kid. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how I'm going to get out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to get into no trouble. You know what I'm saying? A fan of, all types of music because I love music at the time. So, I've always been a fan. I'm still a fan, matter of fact. So, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of a lot of shit. I'm a fan of podcasts. I like your podcast. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the art of dialogue. Is that a problem?
Nah, not at all.
All right. That's what I'm saying. So let's not get this fan shit, but let's so, you know what I'm saying? Are you laughing? Is everybody laughing at all they fans? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think that was like the thing that, Listen, man, we this is the Dipset, man. This wouldn't be nothing without none of us, bro. At the end of the day, and that's what people got to understand. We all put bricks into this building. You understand what I'm saying? And if you start taking bricks out the building, you know what I mean? It just becomes, you just had these missing pieces in the building. You know what I'm saying? These empty spaces. And we all put bricks into the building. You understand what I'm saying? To build the building up to what it was. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that's why you have Dipset. You know what I mean? You have times where some members were stronger than other members. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what a crew, that's what a crew is about. You know what I'm saying? It's about when you fall, I can hold you. You know what I mean? That's why we make each other strong. You understand what I'm saying? People forget the motto and start laughing at the wrong things in with these podcasts and start, you know what I mean? Everything is a joke and everything is funny and everything is like trying to play in it. And you know what I mean? Like, but like, like, let's get to the real shit. You know what I'm saying?
The real shit is the work.
I'm just about what's
when
real.
You gonna put that
I'm just
work
about
in.
what's real. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't with a lot of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't see me, you know what I mean, too tough, because it be a lot of bullshit out here, man. A lot of fake shit, a lot of sucker shit, a lot of corny shit, a lot of wacky shit. You know what I mean? Niggas be out here, you know what I mean? A lot of niggas just acting cool with each other and they ain't cool with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Acting. He said
there's
acting.
one thing, you know what I mean? Hit the fan, you gonna see.
Acting.
So, you know what I mean? That's why I just like, and you don't hear me talking or you know what I mean? I got so much hidden in my archives, bro. Cause it's just like, I mean, I just was taught to, you know what I mean? Certain shit is just not meant to speak about, or certain things are just like, to say on these podcasts, it's no it's no way to turn it but for it to be like an attack on something. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like unless I speak to these people or this person, I mean, unless we can have a conversation, it just won't never be said. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that motto is just lost in the game we in. You know what I'm saying? I respect podcasts and I respect everything y'all do and the information y'all get from people, you know.
I got to finish these videos. I gotta finish them, man. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
That motto is just lost in the game we in. You know what I'm saying? I respect podcasts and I respect everything y'all do and the information y'all get from people, you know. And y'all just doing y'all job. So whatever a person says or however a person chooses to react on these podcasts is on them. You understand what I'm saying? But I think we start getting lost and just what's, like I said, what's real. And what's just like, all right, cool. That was just said to be funny. That was just said to be, you know what I mean? But let's cut through all the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Who idea was it to wear pink? I know Jim Jones, he said that he came up with the idea, but from your point of view, who came up with it?
I don't really know, honestly. Jim came up with a lot of ideas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who came up with the idea for pink, honestly. So for me to sit here and say that, I would be lying.
Pink?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Jim is a fly nigga. Jim is definitely, you know what I'm saying? We all fly niggas in our own right. But at the end of the day, yeah, I don't know. The pink shit, I don't know. Cam brought it to the masses. Cam did it like it made it a thing for sure. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to say that, yes, Cam made it a thing. But is it possible that you know, he could have got it from Jim? Yes. You know what I'm saying? We all took from each other in little ways. This is what I'm saying. Like, nigga gotta stop all this, yo, I did this and we was crew, bro. Do you understand what crew is? Nigga? See, that's why I say y'all niggas don't be crew. Y'all niggas don't be bros, or y'all niggas don't, or y'all missing something that I just don't get, bro. Cause in crew and bros, certain shit is like, what's understood don't need to be said, nigga. Like, you understand what I'm saying? We all taking from each other. You know what I'm saying? But if we a team, in order to reach 100%, we all gotta, you know what I'm saying? We all gotta give. We all gotta give. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas gonna give 30%, some niggas may give more than others, but you know.
Yeah, what he's saying is, it's a team. Who made this up? Who came up with this idea? We came up with the idea. The reason why we came up with it, because one day all of us was together, and when it's a lot of minds together, that's when God is in the presence, and he might have put the idea in somebody's head, but as a team, we came up with this. What happens later on when something successful happens, the team came up with it, but the person who spoke it out of their mouth and said we should do this, start jumping out there saying, I came up with this, I did this, I did all this. And when you keep using the word I, there's no I in team. The team falls apart because you are worrying about I. So go ahead with your I, because the rest of the team, perfect example is the person who drives the bus, the person who works on the bus is just important, because if he don't keep the maintenance of the bus up, then the person who drives the bus can't drive it because the bus is messed up. The person who drives the bus is just important also, because he got to make sure he don't run the bus off the road. So it's a team.
To reach that 100%, we got to be a team. You know what I'm saying? Just like when people come to me and people may say, yo, Wayne, people always love to say that, yo, Wayne got this from you. I'd be like, you know how much shit I got from Wayne? And that's what I'm saying. Like these be things, I'd be like, why is that like a thing? Like, you know what I mean?
Facts.
That's how we living. That's how niggas is living nowadays. Everybody want to be the, you know. I know what I brought to this shit. I already know. Y'all niggas know me. That's my slogan. I don't pop shit. I show shit. You know what I'm saying? You heard?
What are some of the things you feel like you came up with?
Too much, man. Too much. A lot of drip, man. A lot of sauce, man. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't want to give me nothing, like that's what I'm saying. Cause you got people who say they, you know what I mean? You got sometimes it's like a technical thing. People want to say, oh, I started this. If people don't want to say guess what? Juelz, I ain't start nothing. But I made a whole lot of shit hot and popular. You know what I'm saying? Because you always gonna have somebody that say I did this first. So if niggas want that, guess what? But I made it hot. When you was doing it, other niggas didn't copy it. When I started doing it, niggas started doing it and wanting to do it. That's the difference in what I do. You understand what I'm saying? I make shit hot. You may wear some shit and it's like cool. Nobody wants to wear it or nobody wants to do what you're doing. And I may take the same thing you just did and that everybody want to do it. And yes, you may sit there and say, oh, but I did that right. Okay, but you're not him. I'm him. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I definitely bought a lot of shit, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, man, from just the swag, all types of drip. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to point to one thing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, you know what I mean, the rock star shit, you know what I'm saying? Bandanas, you know what I mean? The way the bandanas is worn, being folded, you know what I mean? Just being a young fly nigga in the crew. You understand what I'm saying? Made clothing brands hot. Like I said, I don't need to say which ones. Many of them, many and plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? We wore it and it just through the roof. Even some names that were already big, we took shit and did shit with them. You know what I mean? Made hoodies out of scarves and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, see, me and Jim, we were the type of niggas, like, it's like I said, you feed off each other. Jim may be in the store and do something, and I'm like, oh, that's fly. And I may be in the store and do something, he's like, oh, that's fly, I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? That's how we did. So it's not like who did it, like, you took it, ran with it, you know what I'm saying? How'd it go, like, you know? But, you know, I guess, you know what I mean? A lot of that shit was just, like I said, stuff to me that, like, it wasn't even really about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even really, like, about nothing. It was just, like, you know? I mean, as far as, like, even going back to that, like, on, when you ask, is Jim, like, from the Bronx, like, it don't really matter where you was born at, right? It just kind of like, it's kind of like, that's kind of like when people say, like, all right, when Cam said Curtis, it's like when people say your name, right? We all got rap names. So when people say your real name, it's kind of like it's meant to be like oh, your name is Jerome. What's up, Jerome? Jerome, you're Jerome. Or so what? That don't mean a nigga wants Jerome or Hakeem or whatever his name is won't slap the dog shit out you. You know what I'm saying?
Or Uncle Mike.
So, like I say, you gotta get to the shit that matters, really. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop being fooled by the illusion of shit that's just like, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's the internet. Everything is about jokes and games and, you know what I mean? Trying to, I guess, make people look smaller than what they are. You know what I'm saying? But
love this dude. I love him, man. That's facts. Everybody want to put on a certain persona when you get on this. Oh, I don't want to be on camera because I don't want to eat on camera. I don't want to eat on camera because nobody else eating on camera. Y'all know how Uncle Mike does. F y'all. If you think the human being don't eat, go to somebody else's channel. My bad. We're going to do it over here because I'm going to show you how to turn music into money. If you want to learn how to turn whatever it is you're doing into money, come holler at a boy.
But, you know, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really here for those type of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to still be, you know, who I am. You know what I'm saying? Healthy, getting to the money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas fucked up out here. So, you know, I'm happy to be not fucked up.
But to go back to Cam saying Jim not from Harlem, is it like a situation where, Jim, he was born in the Bronx and he was raised in Harlem? Like, is that the case?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I never even had that conversation with Jim. You understand what I'm saying? When I met Jim, it was a Harlem thing. He was, already over here. You know what I mean? His mom, we used to go to the Bronx. His mom's had the crib over there. But I don't doubt he's born. He never denied it. And Jim has never denied it. So, you know what I mean? He probably was born in the Bronx. You know what I mean? But where he grew up at, and I know for sure, and did most of his, whatever he was doing was in these streets of Harlem. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's it right there. It's like when they were saying, what was they saying? 21 was from London, right? 21 Savage. You know what I mean? People just say things to say like, all right, cool. Like after the joke's over and it's, certain things like I guess if you want to laugh at that, like, all right. Nigga still know 21 a gangster though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So Jim, he always said he was from the Bronx. He never tried to hide it.
Yeah, I don't know if he said he was, I don't think the question's ever asked. Like, no, I don't think nobody's really even asked Jim, or was you born? Because Jim ain't gonna hide. I don't think Jim will hide it. Like, it just gotta be a question for Jim. If somebody wanna ask him, well, where were you literally born? In what hospital? In the Harlem hospital or the Bronx hospital? Like, if people wanna take it that far, and if that means that much to people, like, all right, if he say he was born in the Bronx, cool. Jim is a Harlem nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? Just like Cam is a Harlem nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? So, still to this day, Jim be in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? I be in Harlem.
What I'll say is this, if I had to give my opinion, if he was born in the Bronx but he was raised in Harlem, he from Harlem.
Oh, yeah, so there you have it. So that honestly, the next question would have to be for Jim. Somebody would literally have to ask him, because I haven't, it hasn't meant that much to me. I haven't cared enough to sit there and say, yo, bro, was you born in the Bronx? Cause if he was, to me, that has nothing to do with his Harlem card. You understand what I'm saying? Cause like I say, I know, you know what I'm saying? He put on. So, all I can say is we one thing about, we all put in pain for this shit, man. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Sometimes I understand Jim's pain. Because I don't think it's coming from a negative space. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just coming from a space of like, like just like wanting people to understand how much he's put in. And some people are like that. Some people, they kind of, you know what I mean? Especially want that just due, especially from certain people. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I think a lot of things get blown out of proportion though too, man. I think a lot of things get, you know what I mean? And like I said, things are happening so fast. We in the days and age where we don't see each other as much. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when tensions is going on and niggas don't really even know how niggas feeling about each other's at the moment, niggas ain't talking, you know what I'm saying? And things get said. It's like, you get those type of reactions. I mean,
that's real. But speaking of Harlem, Jim, he always said that Mace, he taught him how to rap.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Look, he always said that. He's always said that. So why wouldn't he admit that and that's, come on. You got to think. He's always, one thing about Jim, he's always, you know what I mean, said how much
a straight shooter, basically.
Like Mace and all that, whatever. But he's also always said Mace taught him how to rap. You know what I'm saying? They gotta know how to be honest. It's nothing to be honest. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you in jail. You gotta learn how to respect men no matter how gangster you is. Just another gangster right in front of you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you can't push the line with everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta respect certain shit. You understand what I'm saying? Or you get what you get and it's gonna be a clash. You know what I'm saying?
But what went wrong between both of them?
I don't know. That was before my time. Mace, whatever happened between Mace and Jim was before my time. Like I said, Mace wasn't even around nothing Dipset when I came around. Not one thing. Cam felt the same way Jim felt about Mace at this time, to my knowledge. You know what I mean? I'm definitely happy they. But that's what I say. You know what I mean? Just as much as like Cam and Mace fixed it. Now Jim and Cam is nah. It should be they should all I feel like be. You know what I mean? Cool. Like you know what I mean? I don't know. And then people, it's like, you know, the people kind of egg that shit on. Like it's like, oh, you cool with this one? You can't. I don't know. Like, it should be weird to me. Like, I mean, I don't be knowing, bro. For real. But yeah, Mace wasn't around nothing
Wow.
Dipset when I came along. Nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody in Dipset felt the same way about Mace, to my knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? I was the only one that really just didn't know Mace. So every time I seen Mace, it was kind of like, you know what I mean? It was just a mutual thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever I know niggas from uptown. You know what I mean? I'm from the hill. I'm from Sugar Hill, up the hill. Cam and them is from down the hill. So, you know, I had homies that were signed to Mace All Out Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like my homies, niggas that I grew up with that was signed. So, you know, it was like, then I met Cam and them, you know. It was all a Harlem thing. That's what I was saying. It was all like, it was just a lot of Harlem shit going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Harlem shit. Man, we'd be here for days talking about this, because there's so much going on back then. You know what I mean? For real, for real. It's crazy because it's kind of like the same thing with me and Cam. They were from my side of town, and Mace was from Cam's area. They met up with Cam. I mean, Mace was from down the hill. So it's the same thing like me linking up with Cam, down the hill and up the hill. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, things ain't work out. Things ain't work out with Mason for them. You know what I mean? The way things worked out with me and Cam. You know what I'm saying? But they was definitely with him. Shout out my man Bugs, my man D Gritty. You know what I'm saying? The Teamsters. That's what their group was called, the Teamsters.
Would it be fair to say that Jim, he was y'all muscle in a sense when you look back at it?
In a sense, I definitely feel like it looked like that to the people. You know what I mean? And in a sense, he was. You know what I'm saying? But in a sense, Zeke was. You know what I mean? In a sense, I don't think, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, and yeah. It definitely, he portrayed that. I mean, I think Jim kind of like, he owned that role. You understand what I'm saying? Like just being like but it wasn't in the sense of anybody else being like a weak link or like, cause you know what I'm saying? Cause we were all men in our situation, like, and that goes for everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their ways now, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got ways about them. I ain't gonna say that, or everybody, even me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, but yeah, Jim definitely was frontline for the set though. Like that's no mystery. Did he put on for the set? Yeah. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we all put on for the set. So, you know what I mean? We just all had a role to play and we all played our roles well. That's what I'm saying. We were all playing different positions at different times. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's what I think made us great and made us dope. We formed Voltron and we come together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, yeah, Jim definitely was always the one to stand out, and you know what I mean, always jump first though. I could definitely say that. Cause Jim just had that aura and he had that, you know what I'm saying? Especially back then, you know, Jim known for having that attitude, you know what I'm saying? Just that no talking, zero tolerance attitude. Like it's like, nah, just go off of anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he was.
Two more for Cam for taking over the rock. When you said that, was that intentional?
It was intentional, yeah, for sure. Why wouldn't that have been intentional?
I mean, what made you say that?
Cause that was the truth. We came over and we kind of like, I felt like we kind of like took it over. And you know, yeah, we did. You know what I mean? We were the most effective. When we came, you know, we were the most effective crew at the time. When all of us was on the label, You know what I mean? I feel like, and even though we came a little bit later, granted, you know what I'm saying? So State Property was having a run, but I just feel like that's how I felt. You know what I mean? I'm a Harlem nigga. We coming over. We taking this shit over. Cam took this shit over. Dame named it the president. You know what I'm saying? I was on my shit. I'm riding for my set. Like, you know what I mean? We took this shit over. They know what's up. You know what I'm saying? But, it was just like, it wasn't like that. Like, it wasn't as, you know what I mean? Like, it was beef. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes niggas don't gotta take shit so serious. It wasn't like it was beef with Rockefeller members. It was just like a friendly competition. We over here, we working. Nigga. We putting out that hot shit. We fire. We got it lit out here in the streets. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? What's up? That's how it's supposed to be. You want to lay, go ahead and put out your record. Not like it shouldn't be like, put out your record and then your record do better than mine. It's like, I want to fight you. Like, what type of corny shit? Like, I mean, like, it's like, where's the line get drawn to this being a friendly competition and it being like, nigga, you's a fucking hater. Or you just don't want to see me, you know what I mean, do better than you. Like, I don't know. I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing niggas do good. That's why I could walk in any room. Man, nigga doing, you know what I mean? Because I'm him. So even if a nigga think he doing better than me, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm that nigga, boy. Like, stand next to me is a big, be that nigga regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? But niggas don't know how to be that nigga regardless. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas ain't that nigga regardless, so it's like they need that.
But when you said that line, you didn't consider that, it might stir up some tension, with the artist on the label and Jay?
I didn't care what Jay was going to feel away about, man. That wasn't my concern. Not saying it on no shit like that, because people could run with that. Oh, he said, nah, man. I just wasn't concerned with that. We was Dipset. That's how I felt. Like I said, I'm standing on how I felt. We came over there, and like I said, despite Jay, I felt like, Jay was Jay. So it's like, I don't think, out of anybody, Jay shouldn't have took it no way. You know what I'm saying? Jay was Jay. Like, it's like, it's no taking your you the owner, the president. Like, we can only be under you. There's no being in your position. You understand what I'm saying? You're the captain of that ship, which is Rockefeller. We got Dipset, but like I said, we came over and we showed our ass. You know what I'm saying? Cam dropped a platinum album right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Our first record dropped on that joint was Oh Boy. Then we followed up with Hey Ma, two of the biggest records, you know what I'm saying? To probably come out that whole Rockefeller situation, you know what I'm saying? Despite, a lot of the Jay-Z records. You know what I'm saying? Don't get twisted like it wasn't other huge records on Rockefeller, because everybody from Beanie Siegel, shout out to Beans, that's my name, Freeway, all of them, man. It was like I fucked with all of them. I ain't have no, you know what I'm saying, besides my friendly competition and knowing I'm that nigga. And, like I said, it's like, I don't care if it's my brother or whoever, like, nigga, I'm that nigga. You can't fuck with me, nigga. But I ain't beefing with you. I don't care who I'm next to, whether even right now, I don't care if it's little baby Future, and I'm sure they feel the same way. I'm that nigga. You that nigga. All right, cool. You feel that way, I feel that way. But we don't got a beef about it. You know what I'm saying? Be that nigga in your space. And as long as the nigga don't come in your space and interrupt you being that nigga in your own way, then, fuck it. You know what I mean?
I feel you. But do you remember when Dame wanted Cam to be the vice president?
Honestly, I think I would have to say, I think Dame just saw the way Cam was handling his business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was an internal thing, like Dame was trying to be slick, you know what I'm saying? But all I could really say was, you know what I mean? The way Cam was handling his business over there at the time, you know what I'm saying? I think Dame respected it. And Dame kind of may have, I'll say that to word it better, Dame may have thought that Cam was, you know what I mean, more serious about taking that position. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And that's all it was. Like I say, people get so bent out of shape on, you know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta have like a round table, man. Every week niggas gotta go to the round table, man, and talk about whatever needs to be talked about. Cause, you know what I'm saying? I don't really remember exactly what happened with that shit. I didn't get caught up too much in that shit. You know what I mean? So that shit was like whatever to me. We was still just making music, whether he was the president of this shit didn't matter to me. We was Dipset. We used to like, you know what I'm saying? That shit mattered to everybody else over there. That shit didn't matter at all to me, like, for real. Whether he was the president, me and Cam was still, that shit didn't do nothing for me, or, you know what I mean? That shit was just what it was, so, you know what I mean? Just words. Cause, you know what I mean? Nothing really happened. I don't think Cam ever wound up being the president, really. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just words, something that was said, and you know, got a lot of legs, and everybody ran with it, and, you know, ruffled some feathers, you know. Now, I don't know if that was intentionally or not, but, you know, Dame and Cam had their own relationship as well, so, you know, they would talk about things and have conversations that I wasn't privy to all the time. So, with that being said, I don't know what the whole thing behind that was for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I just know it happened.
Yeah, I know when I did my interview with Dame, he told me he got a lot of calls when that news came out.
Oh no, yeah, I know that for sure. There was a lot of feelings involved. I mean, you could have known that just off of, you know what I mean? I mean, you knew. Like, Cam just came there. You know what I mean? He was the newest nigga on the team. It's like a business, bro. And to me, I deal with common sense. Anybody in the business, the people that been there the longest feel entitled. You understand what I'm saying? Even if they not working hard enough, just because they've been around you the longest, they feel entitled. But that's what people got to stop doing. And I ain't saying, you know, this was what it was at the time, but it's about who's ready for the position. It's always about who's ready for the position. I don't care if you've been around 20 years and somebody been around 5. Or, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, bro. It's who's qualified for the position for us to get the best results. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Sometimes, yeah, you could take that risk and give somebody that may not be fully qualified to see, you know, if they step up to the plate and do it. But, you know what I mean? That's somebody taking a chance, taking a risk. The right thing to do is hire the person that's fit for the job. That's why these big corporations and these business win. They're not hiring a family member or somebody that just been around and just because they feel entitled. They hiring,
facts.
You know what I mean? The right person for the position.
That's going to do the work. That's going to take pride. That's going to take pride in doing the work. You got your boys. Y'all all like each other. Y'all drink together. You like the way he roll the weed. We all hang out at his house because his mom allow everybody to chill out. You ain't got to take your shoes off when you come in his house. You know, can't go to my boy's house because his mama don't play that. So we all hang out at his house. That don't mean he can help answer the comments and write the emails out to the right people or whatever the case may be. You hire a person that's fit for the job you need done, making the beats, mixing and mastering, or whatever the case may be. You always want to hire your friends, and that's where hip hop goes wrong. Your friend don't sit there and do nothing right. Yeah, I'm the manager. Whatever, you don't know how to manage nothing. Anyway, man, I'm gonna stop it right here. It's gonna be a part 2. It's gonna be a part 2 to this. I was trying not to do a part 2, but we got some news that we gotta. YouTube is about timing, man. So right now, I gotta do a video because it's all about timing. So I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all stay tuned for part 2. Let me know if you want a part 2. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.